Good to have you out there with us. The Thunder are at it again tonight in Phoenix, which means another triple-double is very much in play. We are all in on the triple-double. It's time for records and milestones presented by Jim Beam. Drink smart. Westbrook has 30 of the record-tying 78 triple-doubles so far this season, guys. Sometime very, very soon, perhaps tonight, someone's going to get the 79th and make this the most triple-double-tastic season in NBA history. Is this mostly a product of the circumstances and skill of Westbrook and James Harden, or is there something about the way the league is going that contributes to all this?
Well, for me, it's definitely some factors the way the league has evolved. I mean, in today's NBA game, the spacing is probably as plentiful as it's ever been in the history of the NBA. You add to that the fact that, there are a few more possessions than we've had in recent years. And then also, I think that just from a skill standpoint, there are more players that are specialists, whether it's their three-point specialists or their rebounders or whatever, and maybe not as well-rounded defensively. So maybe the defense isn't quite as good. You add to the fact that now rotations are much further, along, and it just promotes more scoring, more incentive to drive the paint, easier shots. Guards can rebound because the big men aren't in the post area.
Right.
So there are a lot of factors, I think, that go on, especially with guys like Harden and Westbrook, and the reason they've been so successful in the messed around and got a triple-double department.
Not even messing around anymore. It's purposeful.
Yeah.
No, I mean, to your point, Stu, and I think you were right on. I think it's a hybrid of both. It's a mixture of, the talent in a Westbrook and a Harden that, Westbrook, what he's done, how he plays, his style, his stamina, his athleticism. We really haven't seen that at that point guard position. And then Harden, I mean, just, the same thing, automatic scoring. Even last year when they struggled, he still averaged 7 assists a game. And so the skill set and the talent that those two young men have, combined by the changes in how the game has evolved, I think it's played a really large part. And while, look, any era these guys would get triple doubles, but the amount that they've had, the volume of them, the high scoring triple doubles, I mean, it's really unlike nothing we've ever seen before. It's really, truly amazing.
A lot of it is, if not unprecedented, something we haven't seen in 50 years in a lot of cases. The individual career list has changed significantly. Just 4 years ago, Grant, you were 10th on the career triple-double list.
Man.
With 29.
Go back to 2013.
Yeah, that's right. Russ had just 7 back then, but he's added 60 to his total in the interim. 4 years later, Russ is now 5th all-time. LeBron James has added 13 and passed Pat Lever, but Westbrook blew by him along the way, so he's still 7th on the career list. Russ is just 28. He's on pace to catch Wilt Chamberlain this season for 4th all-time. When you look at those numbers, does he have another 115 in him to pass Oscar Robertson for the all-time lead?
I think he actually does. I mean, he's still sort of in his prime years.
Yeah.
Obviously, if he can stay healthy, and the fact that he's done it with the team he's playing with. Not a great shooting team maybe like Houston,
right?
Who, shoots a high volume of three-pointers and certainly makes a number of them. But the kind of personality he has to go out there and do, if he can stay healthy over the next, 3 to 4 years in these prime years and put in significant games throughout the season, not miss too many, I think there's a chance he could do it.
When you think about it, I mean, even if he doesn't have an extraordinary sort of season on the triple-double front that he's having this year, but he's just good at them, he could average 25 a year for the next 4 or 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, I think health is a factor, as Grant mentioned, but also what we don't know yet is how the Oklahoma City Thunder are going to evolve as a basketball team.
Yeah.
Because if they start to get perhaps more offensive weapons and help around him, which at the trading deadline was a pretty good start, perhaps his usage won't be as high as it is today.
It's at a historically high rate. It would be a record rate.
Yeah, a record rate. And so if they get better talent and the team evolves, perhaps he won't feel the necessity or actually have the opportunity to get as many triple-doubles as he has to date.
Or maybe he gets more assists and just doesn't have to score as much. It could go a couple of different ways, the way Harden's getting those. On the single-season list, Russ is already 3rd all-time, soon to be tied for 2nd. You would think the question is, will he catch the big O again? 21 games for Westbrook left. He's yet to miss a game this season. He's averaging almost exactly one triple-double every other game. The math comes really, really close, whether he does it or does not do it. So does he get the 11 he'll need to catch Robertson for the single-season record?
Well, he's got 21 games to do it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He's on pace. It could go either way.
Yeah, listen, I wouldn't put anything past Russell Westbrook, and we just mentioned it before. What amazes me about him is just the level of energy that he plays with and competitiveness every single night. And I wouldn't put it past him getting those, extra 11 triple doubles, as we end the season, particularly in light of the fact they're fighting for playoff positioning. So it's not like he's going to rest or has reason to rest. I think he plays in all 21, and if he gets close, I say he does it.
Yeah, I think he does too. I mean, you talk about the physical stamina and the intensity that he brings. I think the mental toughness as well that really complements that. To go out there and understand that, look, I'm going out here to have an impact in a number of different ways. Scoring, assisting, rebounding, getting steals, playing with energy, being a leader. There's a certain mental toughness that great ones have in understanding their responsibility day in and day out. And so that combined with the physical gifts and his motor, and then just, he's in a groove. He's in a groove, he's in a rhythm. I think he gets it. Which is amazing because I thought that would never be broken, 41 in one season.
Right, that was sort of a mythical thing that was never going to happen again. And not just the mental toughness to do that every single night, but to take over games late, which he often has to do for Oklahoma City. Remember, their record when he gets a triple-double is 24-6. They need this production from him to win basketball games. And it seems like a decent bet that Russ will rack up another one tonight considering the opponent. The Suns are one of the 8 teams against which he already has multiple triple-doubles this season. Think about that. He's done it 2 times or more against 8 teams already this season. And these are not just run-of-the-mill triple-doubles. He had 51 points against Phoenix back in late October and a career-high 22 assists against the Suns in December. He has just completely abused Phoenix this year.
I tell you, he has in 44 shots with 10 assists. Like, that's amazing.
Yeah. You know what is really amazing? That there are some assistant coaches on the Suns that still have jobs. That's amazing. if you have, fool me once, but, fool me twice. I mean, listen, Phoenix, the way that they play, the wide open style that they play, I think it's a good chance that tonight he puts up big numbers, and whether or not he gets a triple-double, it's going to be a high possession game.
Right.
He's got a great chance.
And look, players, certain teams, when you go against certain, you feel like you have your way. And if you're a scorer, you're a rebound, whatever the case it is, whatever you do, he clearly has the confidence to go out and dominate in all facets of the game against Phoenix. So I anticipate that happening again tonight.
There's also Robertson's unofficial record, because it's not really a record, it's just averages, but it's notable. Averaging a triple-double back in 61-62. These are the numbers that Westbrook needs to average over the rest of the season, assuming he plays every game to finish with the triple-double averages. If he plays fewer than every game, the numbers are actually smaller, and this guy seems very, very manageable.
I mean, that's rather pedestrian for him.
For him, yes. Here's a crazy number for you. So he's averaging a 30-point triple-double, right? Think about that. That used to be a big deal, a 30-point triple-double. The previous 5 seasons in the NBA, there were only 22 of those. 7 of them by Westbrook. And now he's doing it for an entire season.
No, it's truly amazing. I don't know what more we can say about it other than the fact that if he continues to do it for the season, he gets my vote. I don't have a vote, but he gets my vote as a league.
You can
MVP.
lobby me if you want.
Yeah. I'm going to steal your vote, actually, because you're wavering a little bit. You're wavering.
I'm not wavering. But
it's just tough.
It's just not time to vote yet.
Yeah. It'd be tough for me if Russell Westbrook averages a triple-double at the end of the season. Mm-hmm. It would be tough for me to utter the words that he's not the MVP if he averages a triple-double. Okay. Not, the fact that it hasn't been done since Oscar Robertson, it just, to me, he's got to be the league MVP if they make the playoffs.
It's a remarkable, remarkable feat if he does it. You've got 5 weeks to lobby me, by the way.
Yeah.
Roughly 5 weeks.
And if you don't come around, I think I'm going to rough you up a little bit. Try to twist your arm.
What's happening here?
Wow. That's on tape.
That's how passionate I am about that.
That's on tape. We'd be remiss if we didn't share some Grant. racking up those triple doubles.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
29.
Come on, Shaq. Come on, Shaq.
Oh, too late.
29.
Oh, KG.
Isn't that the number?
Oh, that dunk on KG? No wonder I didn't get
Area
invited
21.
to Area 21.
Tied for 11th all time. Pretty good.
You never get tired of those Grant Hill highlights.
Oh, man. That was
No,
back,
but the,
back
old,
when I could.
the teal piston uniforms, I never get used to those.
Me too.
The teal didn't bother me. It was the horse on the front.
The worst ever made sense.
The teal bothered me.